that didn't happen. So I shut down, and I felt like I don't know, like punishing him or just like getting even. I mean, I was awake for hours, like crying. And he just went to sleep like it was nothing, like nothing had happened. And you know, the break that he had when he came up and he's like crying and he's like, I want you. I wanted you to be the one to say you love me and want me. I wanted you to be the first to say it. Like, that's never happened morning after. And see, this is why, like, I don't feel like I can trust, like, any of the decisions that I'm making or anything because something is not right. I'm being borderline, like, real bad, and I don't know I don't know what to do about that. Apparently cat's claw is, a very effective hormone regulator. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend you don't stop taking it. Cause I can't let go of the fact that to me, like, 6 years, we've never, like, ended our day and began another one, like, with that energy, that it means something, that it's really significant, and that maybe he should try to get along without me, and I should try to get along without him, and it's like, in some ways it would be better because of housing, and, you know, I would get bumped up on that wait list, and, I don't know. I mean, my mom's talking about moving out to California. My brother can grow there, and, that's, like, all my brother's ever wanted to do. Like, actually, before he even smoked marijuana, and I mean, he was, like, 9 or 10, and he was like, I want to grow that. And I don't even know if he smokes it now, but, you know, it wouldn't be illegal in California, and it definitely is a medicine, and, you know, I could use it as a medicine, too, because I don't do it now, it's not legal, but, maybe if I was all alone, then that offer would be extended to me, too. I mean, because she's, you know, talking about taking my brother out there. Maybe I could go, too, and maybe all that I'm supposed to get out of this is to, like, for the first time ever, see a life outside of Sean. Because pretty much every other time I've tried, I can't. And not because I depend on him, because I love him. Because I love him so much. I don't want to be without him. You know? And I think, like, his life could be a lot better if he wasn't taking care of me. And I don't know if I've, like, contaminated him with Lyme, because he doesn't have health coverage to get that checked. But if I have it, and he can still, like, go out and have a life, and have sex, he'd have more money to get stuff, and he wouldn't have to, like, eat all expensive, good, organic shit. His parents wouldn't be ashamed of him for being with me, and his friends would want to hang out with him because all of his friends, they don't like me. So they don't hang out with him. And And I told him at the beginning of this relationship, before we knew that I was sick, like, before I said, okay, we will do steady relationship thing, I told him that I don't ever want to be the reason that you're unhappy. And if he can be happier without me, then maybe that's just how it's supposed to be. I mean, I don't know. You know, I haven't even gotten those results back. I don't even know if I'm, like, making a dent in my health. It fluctuates like it always does, and like always, my symptoms are so much better when it's cold outside, and we haven't had a day over, like, 70. So, well, I think we had one day, and that day was hell for me. Because, of course, Sean's mom won't let the air conditioning be turned on unless she's uncomfortable. And her room is really cold. All the air goes there. All the cool air goes there. And it's as far away from the sun as you can possibly get. It's exactly opposite. Like, the sun is here, and then down a long hallway is their bedroom. The sun is constantly shining in my window, as you can tell. Whether I'm making a video at 7 in the morning or 7 in the evening. If the sun is up, the sun is shining and creating very, very easily detectable shadows. I don't know. So first I was bummed about not having money to live on because we did errands and grocery shopping, and it just wiped out my bank account. And then I had what would be a very typical Mindy blow-up, where I just say fuck it all and walk out, only I try really hard not to do that. And, you know, like, I didn't even get to that point. I was just really upset, and I just wanted someone to be upset with me because things suck, and I think I have every right to be angry about how bad things suck. And I think when I have a good day, it just kind of makes me more aware of, like, how the most of my time isn't that good or anywhere near that good. My tailbone's been hurting constantly because I insist on sitting on the floor and leaning against the bed. Because I don't want to be in the bed, and I need to get used to being out of the bed because it'll be too hot to be in it soon. And there's no back support. Our headboard thing, if you can see that thing back there, it's like foam. It's a foam thing, and it just, like, slowly, like, pushes against the wall until it's, like, seriously half an inch thick, and it's like 5 inches of foam. It's more than 5 inches of foam, actually. I think it's like 8 inches of foam, because it's 4-inch foam, and it's folded in half behind the bed. I don't know what I was talking about now. I just wanted to explain why I wasn't being my awesome self and sharing all my videos with you. I don't know. You know, I'm supposed to, like, talk about stuff when he comes home from work. That's 2 hours from now. But I don't even know. I just don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I don't want to be the reason someone is unhappy. And we don't have, like, a very, like, lovey relationship, you know, like, actually, like, just mentally, like, loving someone, like, fully and completely, like, makes me hurt. I don't even know why love is, like, so wound up in a sexual, like, act that my body does that. You know, like I've told you, you know, petting my cats. I'll just be sitting here and I'll be really happy and I'll feel like someone's stabbing my vagina with a fork. And it just makes me feel like maybe I'm just not supposed to be happy and maybe I'm just not supposed to feel love or feel loved. And that's why everything's bad. But, you know, for all I know, all my stupid medicines aren't even doing anything for my stupid diseases. So maybe I'm not really missing out on much, except I definitely know that Cat's Claw helps with my mental problems. And I guess I know that my mental problems are from Lyme. 'Cause I've been a lot more relatively well-adjusted than I have been lately. I know I can't talk to my mom and my brother about it, because if I say anything bad about Sean, like, they'll hold on to that forever, and they won't trust him, and they won't trust that I'm saying everything, because I was in an abusive relationship where the guy was, like, seriously, like, almost killing me, like, seriously, like, every other night. That's why everybody thought I had just brain damage and there was no disease. It was just from Donnie suffocating me until I blacked out and shit. So I can't talk to them about anything, because Sean's not bad. He's just only one person. And he's got a part-time job and a full-time job in caring for me. And I really don't like that. Oh, I know one of the things I said to him last night, I was like, I remember when we first moved in here, when I really wanted to believe that it was all in my head and I could just push through it. And I would do stuff until I would actually bring on, like, a full-on seizure, which maybe meant about 2 hours before, I was done with my day. But I know that twice a week I vacuumed, and twice a week I changed the bed sheets and Febrezed everything. I know that once a week, every weekend, I cleaned the bathroom, like, the floors, the counter, the sink, and we have 2 sinks, 2 mirrors, 2 cabinets here, and then in the middle there's the tub and the toilet area. And I did all that, and, I did laundry. I sorted laundry. I'd be, like, falling over piles of laundry, and it's so hard for me to be like, well, look at all that I did when I was barely able to, and, like, you don't do that, like, he doesn't do that. The reason our bed things get washed so much is because a cat, like, pukes on them, or gets, like, their stinkiness on it, like, because they get turned on and then they have stink. And actually my cat masturbates, so he'll jizz on things, and that smells really bad. Yeah, so I guess that's all. I hope you guys are doing really well and learning a lot from other people about Lyme, because I don't really have much to offer right now. I'm completely falling to pieces.